students. Today we are beginning with our supplementary reader, and let's start with our first lesson, that is how the camel got his hump. Okay, very nice, interesting story. Now, how the camel, all of you know what is camel? Camel is known as the sheep of the desert. Okay, you will find camels mostly in desert. Now, this story is behind how the camel got his hump. Now, what is hump? The hump on the back of the camel, there is a hump. This is called the hump of the camel. Now, let's begin with the first part. Let's see these 3 points. The world had just begun and the animals were working for humans. So, on the earth, the world had just started and animals, as usual, they were working for human beings. There was one lazy animal and that did nothing and said nothing but hump. So, in this world, there was one lazy animal. It didn't like to do any work and it only said hump. Even the clever gene was at its wit's end. So in this story, you will find even your favorite character, Jinn and Aladdin. You have seen Jinn and Aladdin stories, na movies. You must have read stories, seen movies. So here there is one Jinn also in this story. Even the clever gene was at its wits end. Wits means intelligence. Even the gene tried different ideas how to make the camel work, but they were all failed. Now let's start. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for men, there was a camel and he lived in the middle of howling desert because he did not want to work. So it was the starting of the world. Okay, everything was new and the animals were working for the men. Okay, and so there was one even camel. He lived in the middle of the desert, but he did not want it to do any work. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles. So he ate these things, and when anybody spoke to him, he said hump, just hump and no more. So when anyone asked camel why you are not working or any question, he just said hump and nothing else. Presently the horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and said, okay, so presently what happens? A horse come on the Monday morning, okay, with a saddle on his back and said, okay, saddle means he was carrying some load on his back and he said, camel, oh camel, come out and trot like the rest of us. Trot means to walk. Okay, come out and work like rest of us. Hump, said the camel, and the horse went away and told the man. So the horse went away and he complained, man, the camel is not working. If we are asking anything, he is just saying hump. Presently the dog came to him. So after horse who comes, dog comes, see, with a stick in his mouth and said, what the dog says, camel, oh camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us. Okay, fetch means to bring. Oh camel, come, let's bring and carry like the rest of us. Hump, said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. So dog also goes and complains man. Presently the ox came to him. So after dog who comes, ox comes with the yoke on his back, on his neck. So ox come, so with the yoke on his neck and said, camel, oh camel, come and plow like the rest of us. So ox was plowing, okay, and he had the yoke on his neck which is used for plowing, okay, and he said that, oh camel, come, let's plow like the rest of us. Okay, plowing of field is done. Hump, said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. So the camel gave everyone the reply hump. Okay, and so horse, dog, ox, okay, they all went and complained man. At the end of the day, the man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, 3, oh 3, I am very sorry for you. So see, the man calls horse, ox and dog and says that 303, I am really sorry for you. But that hump thing in the desert can't work. But you know what? This hump thing, this cannot work in the desert anymore. Or he would have been here by now. And if he was working, he would have been here in the middle of you now. So I'm going to leave him alone and you must work double time to make up for it. So the man says that I am leaving now camel alone, and so you three of you will have to work double so that you can make up for it, okay, for the work of camel. You can do even his share. That made the three very angry. Anyone likes to do anyone's work? No one likes to do anybody's work. So these three, they became very angry and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert. Okay, panchayat. Before also there used to be panchayat. Okay, they all used to sit together and discuss about any matters. So they all sat together and started discussing about this. And the camel came chewing curd and laughed at them. So camel came near them. He was having something in his mouth and he started laughing at them. Then he said hump and went away again. Presently there came along the jinn. So who comes? See, the jinn comes then, who was in charge of all deserts rolling in the cloud of dust. So jinn was in charge of all desert. Okay, he comes over there. Jinn of all desert, said the horse. Is it right for anyone to be idle? Okay, idle means to be lazy. Okay, just sit down. The horse asked. Certainly not, said the jinn. Well, said the horse, there is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long legs. So who is with long neck and long legs? Camel, okay. And he hasn't done a stroke of work. Stroke means a little bit of work since Monday morning. He won't trot, he won't work. Whew, said the jinn, whistling. That's my camel. What does he say about it? So what the camel says? He says hump and he won't plow, said the ox. Very good, said the jinn. I will hump if you will kindly wait a minute. So the jinn said, okay, very good. I will hump him. Okay, I will do something of him if you kindly give a minute. So this is the story, how the world began, how the man was using animals for his work, and there was one animal, camel, who was not doing any work. Then they have the panchayat, and then the jinn comes, okay, and here jinn says, okay, I will solve your matter. So till here we will see today. Now we have already seen today, okay, and the further part we will do tomorrow. Okay, so you all read till here. You can solve this comprehension check. Okay.